Dogs are man's best friend. Then there's cats, birds, hamsters, and all the other pets that you probably grew up with as your best friend. But some people just want to take things further and wilder. What's up, Wallabies? In this video, we're going to talk about the craziest and wildest animals that people keep as pets. Kinkajou. A what? Never heard of it? Well, it's not a monkey. Not a weasel. It's sort of a raccoon. And it doesn't like the light, noise, or sudden movements. In other words, it probably doesn't like you, and it may show you that by scratching your eyes out. The kinkajou is also a carrier of a fatal species of roundworm. Still, some just risk everything to keep them as pets. Piranha. Remember that movie about flesh-eating sea demons you used to watch when you were younger? The one that scarred you for life, leaving most of us with aquaphobia. Yup. Piranha. But some people just didn't have enough nightmares. They want to keep these sea monsters in the same roof. And we don't really know what kind of a mentally ill lawmaker would allow people to own piranhas as pets. But yes, it is legal for some states. Madagascar hissing cockroach. Hissing cockroaches are increasing so much in popularity that pet retailers like Petco are beginning to sell them regularly for only $5.95 per roach. Entomologists also argue that giving a child one of these cockroaches is very safe and can actually help them overcome their fear of bugs. But why? Scorpion. Caring for a pet scorpion can be rewarding, but it can be extremely dangerous if your supplier is not completely familiar with the variations between different species. Of the 1,500 species of scorpion, about 100 of them carry a sting that can seriously harm a human, yet the adoption of these critters has become increasingly more popular in the last decade. If you own one, we're no longer friends. Wallaby. Okay, so it's like a baby kangaroo, which sounds cool. However, wallabies are incredibly finicky and require a lot of space, which not everyone has. Plus, they can reach up to 6 feet in height. If you tried to walk it, it'd be like a bouncing Great Dane. King cobra. As if you don't already know enough snakes in your life, so you keep a hissing, crawling creature in your house. Capybara. The world's biggest rodent has found its way into the hearts of owners Melanie Teipeldos and her husband, Richard Loveman, in Texas. The capybara, named Gary, even has his own swimming pool in the backyard for the occasional afternoon cool down. Skunk. Just can't bear the smell. No further questions. Next please. Raccoon. Breathe. Now, we have the skunk's friend, Trash Panda. Pumpkin the raccoon is incredibly photogenic, making her an Instagram star with 1 million followers. Since her home in Nassau, Bahamas, didn't have anywhere to rehabilitate Pumpkin after she was separated from her mother, owner Rosie Kemp decided to swoop in and save the day. And from the content look on Pumpkin's face, we think she's more grateful than any other house pet could ever be. Flying squirrels. No, not sugar gliders. Those are relatively common compared to most of the pets on this list. Flying squirrels are a totally different yet very similar kind of animal. Sugar gliders are marsupials, while flying squirrels are rodents. Even so, they look almost identical, can glide from perch to perch, and are small enough to be very apartment friendly. If you love sugar gliders, then flying squirrels will be equally awesome for you. While they're not the most unusual pets to own on this list, they're adorable enough to warrant mentioning. Polar bear. Cuddly polar bear AG actually purrs when his owner, Mark Dumas, is around. According to Dumas, they bathe together, sleep together, and even wrestle when the occasion calls for it. Bobcat. Rocky isn't just your typical cat, at 38 pounds of pure muscle and mischievous hijinks. Ginny Fine, the bobcat's owner, has made quite a stir in her New Jersey neighborhood, as Rocky thoroughly enjoys sneaking out of the house and wreaking havoc. As it turns out, Rocky may be closer to a teenager and much less like a house cat. Fennec fox. Fennec foxes are tiny desert foxes. So, they are technically wildlife. That being noted, they don't take as well to domestic spaces as others on this list. They can't be trained, but they are adorable, have big ears, and owners tell us that they tend to act a lot more like cats than dogs. Oh, and they also look a lot like a real-life Pokemon. Partly because of the Pokemon resemblance and the fact that they are so rare, they make the list of the most unusual pets to own in the US. Hyena. Brian Hahn adopted his pet hyena Jake, because other housepets bored him. He kept Jake locked up in his Miami, Florida apartment until finally realizing that his hyena needed a place to be free from the tiny dimensions of his home. Hahn eventually decided to take her to an exotic pet sanctuary, and in this heartwarming video, her owner surprised Jake on her 4th birthday, and you can tell just how much she missed him. Fox. Juniper the fox is so famous that she has now gathered over 2 million Instagram followers, and for good reason. Unlike other wild foxes, Juniper is trusting and domesticated, though her owners admit that she still likes to dig and bite, which will undoubtedly never be bred out of fox's true nature. Hippopotamus. For a species proven to be hostile towards humans, Jessica the hippopotamus is as docile and friendly as any domesticated dog or cat. Since finding Jessica in distress on the riverbank behind their South African property in 2000, Tony and Shirley Joubert have been providing care to this giant pet. Tiger. If you've watched Netflix's Tiger King, you definitely know the risks of having a tiger as a pet. Tigers are huge, strong, fanged predators that eat dozens of pounds of meat per day and need acres of expensive high-security enclosures. But if you're uber-rich like Floyd Mayweather, who actually has a tiger in his backyard, nothing can stop you from keeping one. Lion. It takes guts to own the king of the jungle, and a lot of money too. Humaid al-Buqaish, a billionaire playboy from the United Arab Emirates, likes to collect exotic animals, and his Instagram is dedicated to showing off his latest playthings. From flamingos to cheetahs, this guy has an entire safari in his backyard. Well, there you have it folks. Sure, we don't want to wake up to some of the pets in this list. But as long as they keep us away from loneliness, we'll surely love them. Which of these do you want to keep? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video. This is your list specialists.